The latest production at the George Street Playhouse in New Brunswick, An Old-Fashioned Family Murder by Tony Award winner Joe DiPietro, and directed by Larry Rabin. It runs through this weekend, November 2nd, and features a star-studded cast, including two-time Emmy and Gold Globe Award winner Sally Struthers, and my guest today, veteran Broadway movie and television actor Tony Carlin, who plays Arthur Whittington in this GSP production. Great to see you, Tony.
Great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. And also joining us is Tony Award nominee and singer Caitlin Kinnunen, who plays Dottie Claythorne. So glad you could be here, Caitlin.
Hello, thanks for having me.
No problem at all. On a dark and stormy night, a once grand estate becomes the stage for a chilling crime in this razor-sharp comic mystery from Tony Award winner Joe DiPietro. When a pompous writer spills a family secret, tensions turn to murder, and every guest is a suspect. A sharp-eyed widow, a smooth-talking fiance, a jealous daughter. No one is who they seem, and everyone has something to hide. Secrets unravel, betrayals come to light, and Mrs. Peck's motherly instincts might just outmatch the detectives. Thus, the show, An Old-Fashioned Family Murder. The show has been running since mid-October. So, Tony, how much fun has this play been for you?
Oh, this is a lot of fun. We get to really go for it. I didn't realize how funny it was. Forgive me. I didn't realize how funny it was until the audience started reacting, and I didn't realize what a joy this group of people until we really got into it. And add to that, this is a murder mystery, which is always delicious. All the twists and turns and laughs. It kind of has it all.
With that being said, Caitlin, we get why you might want to be a part of this show, but specifically, An Old-Fashioned Family Murder. For you, why did you want to be a part of this cast?
There were numerous reasons. Joe DiPietro is a fantastic writer and his work is very well known. And so just his name alone, I was like, oh, well, to be a part of a new show written by him would be incredible. And then you add on top of that Sally Struthers and our lovely director Larry Rabin, and it's just magic will happen because these people are fantastic. So I was all for it when this came my way. I was like, absolutely, I want to do that. And then, as Tony said, you realize it's funny and it's mysterious, and you get to really like dive into it and just create this magical, spooky world on stage with these incredible people. And there's nothing better than that.
Caitlin, you weren't even born when Sally Struthers, who made us laugh and cry in the hit 1970s,
Don't go there, Doug.
But
All in the
she is
Family.
timeless. Like I think that like all generations know and love Sally Struthers.
It's so true. So how has it been for you to special to share the stage with this iconic performer?
It's incredible. She truly is iconic, and she is one of the kindest human beings you will ever meet. And so to be on stage with her and get to experience the audience just eating her up and laughing at every second of her performance, it like it truly brings a smile to my face every day. And at the end of the show, when she takes her bow and you just see all of the audience stand up in a beautiful ovation, like it warms my heart. She's incredible. I love her.
Yeah, we all love Sally Struthers and all the different roles that she's had through the years, but All in the Family, no one who was old enough, like myself, Caitlin, to remember will ever forget her performances. And I mentioned, the thing that I loved about All in the Family was when you go and rewatch it, you realize, as usually is part of a great television show, yes, it was all about the laughter and the wonderful performers who were in that show. But it was the serious moments, especially when Sally, was pregnant and lost the baby. You really got to see how that ensemble cast was brilliant. And speaking of an ensemble cast, Tony, timing is everything in a play like this, right?
Oh, yes, and everybody's got it in spades. I mean, yeah. I have to say that it's such a family connection with Sally because I was in a play a while ago with Carol O'Connor, My mother was in a play a while ago with Carol O'Connor, and my mother has been directed a couple of times by Rob Reiner. So it's all, this is the first time I've met Sally, but it's all just a family of funny.
Yeah, your parents were both actors. You mentioned your
Yes,
mother, Frances Sternhagen, and your dad, Thomas A. Carlin. It literally was in your blood acting, right?
it was. I didn't have to transfuse it. But and I feel like it's a tribute to my mom's Sex in the City character because she just went for it and played a character that really everybody kind of didn't like but loved. And I get to play that now, and I'm sort of channeling her very funny, ugly character.
Caitlin, you play Dottie Claythorne. Tell us about your character.
Oh, she's nutty. She's a kooky gal. I think in the like stereotype of murder mysteries, she is the distraught, um, just troubled character. And playing her is so fun because she just gets to let all of her anxieties out in every scene that she's in. And so I'm just like, oh, I just get to like go out there and like pretend to be nervous, and that gets all of my nerves out, and it's a wonderful relationship in that way. And I don't know, she's smart, she's funny, she gets to really like put all of the clues together. She has a lovely little romantic arc. She's got like all the boxes are checked.
Both of you have Broadway in your background, and we'll get to the prom in a minute, Caitlin. But when it comes to having that kind of background and then playing a regional theater like this wonderful theater, GSP, Tony, there's nothing better, right, than being so close to the audience.
It really is. It really is. And I like to say, I moved to this state, and now my kids are from New Jersey, so it's very old home week. And my wife and I do get involved in the community theater here in Montclair, Glen Ridge, and everything. And so we have tons of friends who can make it down to George Street, and it's a real uh, area uh, and regional family kind of thing. And it really is good. Yes, Broadway is great. Caitlin and I both did Spring Awakening at the same time, pretty much.
Yes.
And those are big houses, and it's a very commercial kind of thing. Um, a lot of that can be good because you get big audiences and everything like that. But this is intimate and big enough. And people very much appreciate it. And then we can see the people right afterwards who we've just performed for. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. By the way, just mentioning Spring Awakening, one of my favorites of all time on Broadway. Just a spectacular show. Caitlin, recently it was 2024. You were in Winnie Holzman's The Choice at McCarter
Yes.
Theater, so you're used to this New Jersey feel, right?
Yes, I'm just checking off all of the New Jersey theaters as I go with new original plays.
Yeah, and it just goes to show the wonderful talent. You two are great examples of that. The wonderful talent that's a part of the regional theater in the Garden State.
Yeah, I think people think that Broadway is the end all be all, and it is very exciting. Broadway is so special, but theater is special. And so being able to create it and be a part of it and to have people come and see new work and old work and all of the work that is being done across the country in regional theaters to me is so special because it's accessible. People can come and see it. They can be exposed to the arts. And for me, that's why I do this. I do this to communicate with people and to share empathy. And so being able to do that truly across the country in different regional theaters is so special.
I mentioned Winnie Holzman makes me think of Wicked. Of course, Wicked for Good, the movie is coming out in November. But I remember talking to her about Wicked, the Broadway musical. It was the first show I ever took my daughter to see, so we are huge Wicked fans. And Broadway musicals can really change your life. It changed her life. She still to this day knows every word to every song. Now, in 2018, 2019, well before you started this role in The Prom as the lead role as Emma Nolan, it wasn't just like, hey, the Broadway cast is here. No, you played this before. How did that show change your life?
In so many ways. I think it's still changing my life. I think it's been a part of my life now for 10 years, I think. And playing Emma truly is the gift that keeps on giving. I still get people to this day coming up to me, sending me DMs online, telling me that that role changed their life, that seeing that role made them feel represented in a way that they hadn't ever felt before. And now, speaking of regional theater and theater across the country, it's so special because this show that means so much to me and was a part of my life for so long is being done at theaters across the country and at high schools across the country. So I get so many young people messaging me being like, I'm doing prom at my high school. I am so excited that I get to play this role that is so authentic to who I am. And it's so special and it means the world to me. And I truly am so thankful for the entire experience because the people were amazing. The project was amazing. And it really is the gift that keeps giving because every day it still affects my life.
Mm.
At the top of this interview, I mentioned that Tony, is a star of Broadway film, television. I like to ask this question. I usually get the same answer, but I'm going to ask you, Tony, what's the best, being part of a hit TV series, a Broadway show, local theater, movies? What is it for you?
Well, I'm kind of a sucker. I mean, I love to work. As an actor, you just love to work. And if you get a TV job and that's the gift that keeps on giving, it's good pay, but I'm a sucker for a great ensemble, being part of a great ensemble. That sounds like it's tailor-made for this interview, but the times I remember doing junk at Lincoln Center, Ed Akhtar's money thing, what a great ensemble. And we all decided to say this same thing. And it is an amazing feeling. And that's what I get with this group of people. My dad used to say it's very rare. It comes along once every 8 jobs that it's a good play, it's a great group of people, good director, and every 8 jobs, it really comes together. And I'm very lucky, four-leaf clover, that it came together for Old Fashioned Family Murder.
Yeah, and you're running out of time. Sunday is the final performance. Caitlin, we talked about Sally Struthers, but there are other members of this cast. Can you run them down and tell us what you've enjoyed working with them?
Yes. I mean, for one, to be on stage again with Tony Carlin is a huge deal. Talk about a Broadway legend. Uh, the resume is miles long. And it is really cool because
Here,
we
I'm
did
coming, I'm bringing it in.
just pull it
Just
past
page
us.
after page after
Uh, it
yeah.
is really cool to like be on stage with him again because we were in Spring Awakening together when I was a wee child. Um, and then Alison Scagliotti, who plays my sister in the show, is
Mhm.
fantastic. I've also known her for years. She has an incredible film and TV resume, and to be able to be on stage with her and share these mysterious sisterly moments is so fun. We then have Michael Evan Williams, who is a wonderful performer, and his role is so funny. And I think he's a genius and so lovely as a person. Truly, everyone in this cast is lovely as a person, which is such a blessing. And then James Taylor Odom rounds it out, and he's hysterical. He's
He
got
is a
bits.
farcer.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And to be able to see all of them do their work is truly incredible every night.
the murder mystery television series, The White Lotus, it is so popular. And it's a very similar thing, right? It's a whodunit, but you think, maybe I'm pretty sure it's going to be that person, and then you find out, well, it can't be. And so, Tony, I would imagine the audience is going through the same kind of process in this show.
Yes, every once in a while, I hear a little whisper. For the most part, the whispers are kept to a minimum, but that is a little indication that people are trying to figure it out. And there are a lot of twists and turns, and I won't say that I'm a red herring, but I am some sort of fish,
Some sort of fish.
you know.
It is my favorite thing when I have friends come and see it at intermission to do a check-in and be like, okay, who do you think
Yeah.
did it? And just the texts that I get that are like, well, it could be this person because of this, 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 and this. But then I thought it could be this person because of this, 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 this. And truly, like at the end of these text messages, they've named everyone. I'm like, yep, you're just gonna have to find out.
That's right. That and
And it
that
is
show.
not Orient Express, where everyone did it.
And that's why Tony DiPietro's, magic there with putting this together. But you both kind of alluded to this, Tony. Once you've been in an ensemble, the friendships that develop, they last forever in many cases.
People make fun of actors, we kiss a lot because we love each other a lot, something like that. But in a show, you do what, say, 5 years of working with the same people in an office in 3 weeks because you get down to it, you cooperate together, you work things out, and then you do this thing together, and everybody, it's like getting on the football field and going, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so that's what the team is. So
What has surprised you most about being at George Street Playhouse, Caitlin?
Question. I think uh, the audiences have been so spectacular. With theater, you never quite know what you're going to receive back at you, and it's been lovely to have such full houses and to have them respond so beautifully and authentically to our mystery. I think that's been like the biggest surprise for me is like, oh, the audience is really showing up, and it is so fun to be able to like bounce it back and forth with them.
I don't know if you've thought about this, Tony, but if you suddenly went back to the 1970s and you could be a character in All in the Family, what kind of character would you be, and what would you tell Archie Bunker and maybe Edith and the rest of the crew as you become a new neighbor?
um, would I be an unrepentant hippie and try to bring love and say, love each other? Remember, love each other. You've got this great daughter who will be doing great work forever. But maybe that. But it's hard to tell looking back to the 70s because it was a crazy time. And I'm definitely around for that.
Uh, I'm jealous of your hair, by the way, Tony. I will say that. I think you look great in a beard, and so I give you credit for that. I love the look. And Caitlin, for you, you've had such a rush since the prom and all the background. You paid your dues though, and I think people don't really realize that the hard road it is to be an actor, and how this just didn't magically appear for you. Tell me about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think it's very easy from the outside to see actors just in that one moment in the spotlight and be like, oh, they've come from nowhere. They've just appeared out of the blue as this star, when in actuality, so much goes into it and goes behind it. Um, I've been doing this professionally since I was 11 years old. I made my Broadway debut when I was 16. It wasn't until much, much, much later that the prom came along and I got that Tony nomination. And so I've been working at this for a really long time. And as you said, putting in my dues, putting in the work. Um, but it's I wouldn't do anything else. I've been really actually blessed that I've been so fortunate in this career that I have been able to do all of the things that I've done because it is so hard. This career is not for the faint of heart. It's so much work, it's so much training, it's so much hardship of both financial and just like ego that you are constantly told no and no and no and no. And to be able to like show up and keep doing it is really special. And I am glad that I have been able to do that and that I am still here and still doing what I love to do and still working with incredible people.
It's one of the reasons why I love doing interviews with actors. They're always so insightful and honest with you. Um, the last show I ever did was Summer Stock Theater, and I was El Gallo in the Fantastics. And then I
Oh,
left for New
Incredible.
Jersey, Tony, and I never was in a play again. And boy, once it's in your blood, you miss it. Maybe when I retire someday, I'll have enough time to be in a show, but I would have to play an old man.
there's the Prelude to a Kiss. You know, the guy.
Or maybe a horror type of setting, so they could give me makeup. But
Yes.
I love talking to actors, and especially talking to Caitlin and Tony today, two of the stars of this wonderful production that's going on at the George Street Playhouse through this weekend, November 2nd, and Sally Struthers in the cast as well. It is an old-fashioned family murder by a Tony Award winner, Joe DiPietro. Get to GSP in New Brunswick right now and check out this wonderful performance. Caitlin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Continued success to you, and same to you, Tony. We're thrilled you could join us today as well.
Thanks for asking me, Douglas.